Not one, but two EB-1C's for a US company with only 7 employees, and this was a logistics company. With a prior denial too. Now, if you don't know anything about EB-1C, you get a green card for being a top-notch executive. It is very difficult to get because you need to prove that the US company and the foreign company that you are a top-notch executive leading these two companies. How is a 7-employee logistics company able to sustain and support not one, but 2 EB-1C green card holders, right? USCIS has been notoriously strict on L1As and of course on EB-1Cs because you get a green card, not just a work permit. So how do we do it? Let's get to it. Hi everyone, my name is Joseph. I'm the managing partner here at Tsang and Associates, where we solve legal problems with creative solutions. So this case, we had to do a EB-1C for the chairman of the company here in the US. A US company with only 7 employees already is sustaining one L1A executive, and now the company wants another executive to come over to the US. This company is not a new company, it's been around for a long time, so we needed to make the argument that this top dog is going to be able to come to the US and continue to grow the company. He doesn't have an L1A, he doesn't have valid status in the US. We need to prove it, and if successful, USCIS would directly approve the I-140. He directly goes to the embassies overseas, get the green card for the entire family, and they directly come over to the US. We prepared for the worst RFE, and there were 3 additional things that we did on top of everything else that we normally do. The first thing that we did that was unique was to include all the articles by AILA, American Immigration Lawyer Association, as well as USCIS memos, as well as the industry news about the logistic company, because we wanted the officer to see what exactly is the purpose of EB-1C, what is the memo, what are all the things, the reasons behind having the EB-1C category. What is the reason? It's because US wants an immigration policy that welcomes top-notch executives from overseas to come to the US to build companies that make the US company great, that makes US great. That's the whole idea. So yes, even though maybe the company here is small, but the future is promising. The second thing is we made this into a mini EB-1A case. EB-1A, yes, if you are a top-notch executive, you can directly apply for EB-1A. You don't need to go through EB-1C. So we kind of merged the two of them, showing this guy had a PhD. And he's a top-level executive overseas, and he has a net worth of X amount. He is extraordinary by any measure. Yes, the US company is small, but look at his background. He deserves a green card, regardless if you want to do EB-1C or EB-1A. So we heavily leaned into his extraordinary ability as a businessman. And the third thing is we wrote a smashing business plan because we had to talk about and explain why this logistic company is going to thrive with his presence and with his leadership here. We analyzed the logistics industry in the US, around the world, the global supply chain, and how he has the resources and ability to transform it. How it is broken now, but with his help, it will succeed. We prepared the client for the worst. Once we filed it, this is gonna get a nasty, nasty request for evidence. We should start preparing now for the request for evidence just so we don't run out of time, because there's a very short amount of time to convince the officer. And guess what? We got a super simple RFE. Like, we could have responded to it within 2 hours. They just wanted a few documents and explanation, and we could have responded. Well, you know what? We told the client, yay, we got a simple RFE. We could finish with this case. We could file it this afternoon. They wrote back, no. Like, the email was like, no, please wait. And we're like, what? Like, we've never, like, almost every other client was like, oh, great, right? Because it was such a simple RFE. We weren't even going to charge them legal fee or mailing fee to respond to it, right? They said, no, wait. And then they got back to us the following week saying, even though it's a simple RFE, we don't want to treat it as if it's a simple RFE. We want to treat it as the most difficult RFE that you can possibly get, just because we're reading between the lines. Maybe they're just asking for these 2 things and then they're gonna deny the case. We're gonna assume the worst because you prepared us for the worst. We also think this is a very difficult case. So please, spend 3 months, prepare the case. And we're like, are you sure you wanna do that? They said yes. Prepare for the worst, respond to the simple, and we're like, how do you even do that, right? So in our cover letter, on our first page was like, here's the RFE, here's the request, here's the documents, But just in case the file was lost, here is the entire package in a brand new format with all the supporting documents, again, with new evidence as well for the record. The case was approved, the interview went through smoothly, the whole family got their green card. So, just wanted to share this story with you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this type of success story, please hit that subscribe button below. Take care. Bye-bye.